Everybody, welcome to this episode of Think Business Live. I'm looking forward to talking with Jon and Mark Cronin. Guys, I've been looking forward to this for a long time. I love talking to father and son duos. I have a business I was sharing with you. I'm a business coach. I have another business called Launch 3. I have a business partner, and both of our sons are in it. So it's great to connect to meet with you both. You are the father and son team that created Jon's Crazy Socks, a social enterprise with a mission to spread happiness, which I love. You bootstrapped your business into the world's largest sock store with multi-million-dollar revenues. You've been named EY's Entrepreneurs of the Year. So many great things to dive into and talk. Congratulations on all your success. I do like to start every episode talking a little bit about as successful business people, and you have such phenomenal things to point to, but where maybe, and you can pick any point, but maybe as you were starting the company, where was a stuck point as you were starting the company, and how did you get unstuck?
Well, starting was relatively easy. I had a guy come up to us last year at our anniversary party saying, the hard thing is getting started, but once you get started, then it's easy. No. For us, we went the lean startup route. We tested the idea. It tested well. We knew we could grow the business. We didn't know how fast or how big it would grow.
Yeah.
Our biggest challenge came actually in our third year. And it was in part because of our success. Our first 2 years, we grew tremendously, made a profit on paper, all looked good. Of course, I had no money in the bank account because everything was tied up in infrastructure and inventory. And we had bootstrapped, which was quite wonderful, but we were undercapitalized. And that became a really difficult issue for us. Yeah. So by the end of our third year, despite some great success, we were, for all intent and purposes, bankrupt. And I had spent many months trying to find the right partner. As I tell Jon, we kissed a lot of toads.
Yeah, a lot of babies.
A lot of toads until we found our prince that is the right partner for us.
Yeah.
So that was the most difficult moment.
Yeah, that's a great one. Yeah, I mean, finding the right partner and being in alignment is on so many different levels is so important. All right, let's talk about the business. Where I'd love to start is I've worked with my brother. I had a business with my brother when I graduated college. Family businesses can be absolutely incredible, and then then there's sometimes it's harder because you have business but you're also family. And so what's been your secret to having and growing your family businesses as father and son?
Can I talk?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I separate from you that I'm leaving high school, and I've been looking around.
Well, it's not the story of how we got started, but why do you think we work well together?
I love working with my dad, and it's great match because I want to have a nice father-son business together, and I think school and I want to go business with my dad.
I think part of it, Jim, Jon, we both have the same goal, right?
Yeah.
There's a purpose that drives us that's bigger than either of us. It's outside of us.
Yeah.
And we're both committed to that. I think when that happens, all the petty stuff falls away. We also understand that we need each other.
Yeah.
If I tried to do this without Jon, it never would have taken off.
Yeah.
And so that lays the groundwork of making it go.
Yeah. And again, partnerships sometimes can be so hard to work, but when they do work, it's just so seamless, right? It's hard sometimes to put into words. And so to somebody who's in your shoes, who is looking for the right partner, and yours happened to be your son, but whether it's somebody in the family, what are you looking for? Like, what is the what's the feeling that people should be looking for when it comes to picking the right partner?
It has to be a very deep commitment to similar values and similar approaches, which doesn't mean you can't disagree. I mean, John and I have a certain yin and yang. John likes order and structure, and I'm much more freelance.
Yeah.
The closest experience outside of business has been participating in sports teams.
Yeah.
I played rugby for a long time. When we had it going right, and our pack in rugby was working together,
Yeah.
you knew you were with your kind of blood brothers, and not in a family way, but people you could trust, that you could rely on, and we were in sync, and
Yeah.
we played up each other's strengths.
Yeah.
You can get the same thing, I think, playing basketball. When you got a team working together, you know when that guy's going to be cutting and where you can throw the ball. You know how you can rely on. So you have to be able to really understand each other's strengths and how you're going to work together. And it really depends a lot on trust.
Yeah. I love it. Let's talk about your mission for a minute. I shared earlier that your mission is to spread happiness. And so, Jon, what does that mean to you? Happiness. What does spreading happiness mean to you?
I spend having to mean that it's I try to and I do for others. It's a really showing a purpose. Spreading happiness.
It's
Yeah.
You have to know your purpose.
Yeah.
With Simon Sinek, I know you're a big reader. I saw a list of books you shared, right? Simon Sinek will call it your why. You have to know your purpose, why you're doing what you do, what's really driving it.
Yeah.
If all we did was sell socks, we're dead in the water.
Yeah.
We've gone out and counted. There are exactly 1 gazillion sock companies.
Yeah.
What do you do if all you're doing is selling a product? But because there's something else behind it that differentiates us in the marketplace and as an organization, and it drives us.
Yeah. I love that.
You have to mean it.
Yeah.
Can't be, God. Unfortunately, I participated in some mission writing exercises. You parse the language and you put something on the wall, and no one pays any attention to it. For us, spreading happiness, it's something we discuss every day.
Yeah.
It guides our budget decisions, resource allocations, how we do our marketing, how we relate to our customers. You have to really believe.
Yeah. Let's talk about that for a little bit, as far as, some of the things that you just talked about. One of the things that I know you do is you create a very unique customer experience. And the culture leads to a very engaged workforce. You have a giving program that's raised over $650,000 for charity partners. And so let's just kind of talk about a customer experience today, because I think it really is a differentiator if done the right way. And so how do you do it?
Well, let's put this in some context, right? You start with that purpose, that mission, and then we have our 5 pillars around which we have built the business. One of them is, let's make this personal.
Yeah.
That affects how we work, and it affects the relationship with customers. So we're looking to create customer relationships. We're not just chasing transactions.
Yeah.
And part of that means you want to create customer experiences. So there are a lot of ways to do that. Here's one example. We sell online, so we ship our packages to customers.
Yes.
So our packages, when you get it, It's got branded packaging on the outside. It's bright colors, and you see John's face on it, right? You open it up, you get your socks. You get a handwritten thank you note from John. On the flip side of that, you get the story of John's crazy socks and our giving back. You get some candy, as a sign of gratitude. And on the packing slip, you see the picture and the name of the person who picked your order, because more than half of our colleagues have a differing ability.
Yeah.
So when you get that package, you're not just getting some socks. You're getting a dose of happiness.
Yeah.
It's an experience. And we're inviting you in.
Yeah.
So you become part of what we do.
Yeah.
If you're a customer, yes, you're going to get great socks. We got 30,000 five-star reviews. But you help us employ people with different abilities.
Yeah.
You help us with that giving back program. You're helping us spread happiness. So that's part of creating that customer experience.
Yeah. I love that. Wait, let's talk about, so you said that people have different abilities. John, you have Down syndrome, and
Yes.
And both of you, I know, are fierce advocates for inclusion, having testified twice before the U.S. Congress, spoken at the United Nations. And I just want to go back also and say, it sounds like a ton of fun to get socks, right? The candy, the feels like Christmas, all year long, getting right. And so, but let's talk about different abilities, and tell me a little bit more about that, the Think community.
Well, it goes back to our origins, right? Your origin story gives you your DNA. We started, John, you were in your last year of high school.
Yeah, I'm going to be in my last year.
Trying to figure out, what do I do next?
Yeah.
What were you looking at?
I like a job program in school. I can find programs I don't like.
Didn't say anything he liked. And John, this is an unfortunate reality. Only 1 in 5 people with a disability is employed in this country. It's awful. But John here, he's a natural entrepreneur.
Yes, I am.
You didn't see a job you wanted. What do you say?
I want to create one. I want to make one. And I told my dad I want to go business with him. A nice father and son being together.
I love it.
So part of that.
Hey, can we pause there for a second? And so how did you guys decide on socks?
Just my idea.
Tell me about it. Why socks?
Sure. Why socks? It's fun. It's colorful. It's creative. It always let me be me. I want to socks my whole life.
We used to drive around looking for these socks.
Yeah, we did.
So when he suggested we sell socks, instantly we said, okay, if you love them that much, surely other people did too. We could find that tribe.
Yeah.
But we went the lean startup route. We tested the idea.
Oh, wait, hold on. I want to go back. What did you, because I love socks too, John. I love socks too. So what did you love about socks?
Well, you kind of said, right? They let you be you.
Yeah, I was
express yourself.
Yeah. Socks always make me happy.
Yeah. That's great. I love it. All right. So sorry, Mark, you were saying?
Well, no, we tested the idea. It was just the two of us, built a website and got a little inventory, bootstrapped. So the only marketing we did was to set up a Facebook page. I'd take out my cell phone. We made videos. And who was in those videos?
I talk about socks, and I had a catchphrase. I eat socks, and more socks.
But
I love it.
When we were first starting off, and two of us, and we needed a little help, we got some of John's classmates, and it quickly became apparent. We wanted to show the world what people with different abilities can do.
Yeah.
And we're always trying to demonstrate, show, don't tell, that hiring people with different abilities is good business.
Yeah.
It's not altruism. It'll give you a competitive advantage.
Yeah.
And then as we've grown, people are willing to listen to us. Look, John, you have us on your podcast. You have an awesome podcast, and you invited us on because of this business. And now we get to talk to you about how hiring people with different abilities can help your business.
Well, let's do a mini workshop on that. Let's do a mini business course on that.
Sure.
So hold on one second. All right, we're here with Jon and Mark Cronin. I'm just doing a little intro for this mini business course with Jon's Crazy Socks. And we're doing a mini business course on how hiring people with different abilities in your organization is good for just so many reasons. Let's just kind of start with number one.
Okay. So we'll take part of our business. We're an e-commerce store. We have to fulfill orders. We do our own fulfillment. So we run a pick and pack warehouse. What do we call our pickers?
Sock wranglers.
Sock wranglers. So, we're based on Long Island. There's a growing labor shortage in this area and in this country. Pick and pack warehouse is a boom industry. People are struggling to find enough employees.
Yeah.
At the same time, we have this vast untapped pool of labor, which is people with different abilities. We tap into that. So here's an easy one. We just celebrated our 7th anniversary. Over those 7 years, we have hired for our warehouse from 3 labor pools, people with different abilities, moms, because we schedule in 4-hour shifts. So you can put your kid on the bus in the morning, come to work, pick your kid up in the afternoon. And general laborers who want to start at $15 or $16 an hour and get treated pretty well. By far, the best labor pool we have are people with different abilities.
Yeah.
They want to be there. They're excited. They pay attention. They're enthusiastic, and they do great work. And the proof is in the outcome.
Yeah.
So we do same-day shipping. We do better shipping than Amazon. And our error rate is less than 0.2 of 1%.
Yeah.
And it's because of whom we hire.
Yeah.
That gives us an advantage over companies that can't find enough good workers. They can't find enough people. When they do, they show, they don't show. We don't have that problem.
Yeah. I love it. What's the third thing that every company should be thinking about when?
Well, make sure you're looking for what you need. We inflate. There's degree inflation. So people are saying, "Oh, you got to have a college degree to get this job." But if you look at the job, most people in the job don't have a college degree.
Yeah.
Don't ask people to do what they can't do.
Yeah.
For us, when we hire sock wranglers, we don't give away jobs. And if you got to know us, you'd find out that Jon here is a very nice guy.
Yes.
I am not. If you're going to work for us, you got to produce. So
Yeah.
to get that sock wrangler job, you got to pass the sock wrangler test.
Yeah.
You got to pick 6 orders, 20 minutes or less. And be
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
That's
So
part of the dignity.
Yeah.
Everybody who works there knows he or she earned that job.
Right.
But notice, there's nothing extraneous. We're not asking if
Right.
you can do something that doesn't apply to the job.
Yeah. My mom was born with an inherited lung disease that didn't come out until she was 35. It was called alpha-1 antitrypsin. So basically, you're born without a protein and you're born with emphysema, but you don't know it until you're in your mid-30s. And as she ultimately passed away from it at 51, but it was very challenging for her. She was on oxygen. I don't need to go into all the details, but this is one of the things she used to say. Having the most important thing when you have a disability or when you have a different ability, when something is in her world, the way she used to put it is the one thing she was always fearful of is losing her dignity. So when you talk about the dignity element, I think it is, I could cry right now thinking about it. It's really, really, really important. It's so important because everybody needs it. And I just love that you kind of infuse it into your world.
Yes,
Yeah.
it all becomes all of a whole, right?
Correct.
One of our pillars is let's make this a great place to work. Right?
Yeah.
If we want to spread happiness out into the world, we have to start at home.
Yeah.
And part of that is making sure everybody knows why his or her job matters.
Yeah.
making sure everybody knows why what they do is valued and important.
Yeah. I love it. John's crazysocks.com. This was a great mini business course. All right, let's talk about growing a business in a competitive world. Like you said, there's a gazillion. And so with any business, there's marketing, there's messaging, there's exposing. No matter how big you are, you always, especially in today's world with all social media and so many different places your audiences are today, how do you look at the continual growth and how you will continue to market? Give us kind of an inside peek on that.
Okay, so first you have to start with the goods. You got to have the substance, and that's both product, right? And what we have is the world's largest sock store in terms of choice. How many different socks do we have?
4,000 different kinds of socks.
More than anybody else. We have exactly what you want. On top of that, you're going to help us employ people with different abilities. You're going to help us give back. You got to have that product, that story, and then we constantly go to create substance events. So we just had an open house anniversary party. We're getting ready to kick off our 6th annual Autism Can Do Scholarship. Some of it's fun things. We just made a video. If you're in New York, it's all the rage about Tommy Cutlet, who's playing quarterback for the New York Giants. Well, you got Johnny Cutlet here making videos talking about being a Jet fan.
Yeah.
So you have to start there, right? We do a fashion show, another Face of Beauty, where all the models, performers, and artists have a differing ability. Then you got to create the content to share that, the videos, the pictures. You got to then take that and share it organically. And you do that through email, through various social media platforms, through YouTube, through media appearances. And then on top of that, you're going to look to amplify it through digital ads, through PR. But you got to start with the goods.
Yeah.
You got to start by having something remarkable. And that means people are willing to remark on it.
Yeah.
So that's the approach that we take.
I love it. I love it.
You can listen, we sell socks, right? So you can take the most mundane event and turn it into a celebration.
Yeah.
So a year and a half ago, we moved into new space, new warehouse space. We needed more space. A good problem to have. We did a ribbon cutting ceremony. We invited local elected officials. We got a band. We got people to come out and celebrate. We got 3 television stations to come out and cover it. And Newsday, the largest paper on Long Island. Yeah. All we did was move into a new warehouse. But there was a story behind it. We found a way to turn it into a celebration. The only thing I didn't do, we didn't get the elephant. I wanted Jon to ride in on an elephant. And turns out they frown on that nowadays.
I love it. I love your guys' story. Let's do a quick speed round. To each of you, Jon, we'll start with you. You have a lot of socks. What's your favorite pair?
Down syndrome superhero socks.
Down syndrome superhero. Because he designed it. He put his face on it.
Yes.
What's your favorite socks, Mark?
Oh, the one I wear the most is the banned book socks, which has list of banned books on the sock.
Yeah. All right. Good. Jon, a lesson that your dad has taught you.
He proving me. He proving me. He give me strength.
All right, good. And how about Mark, a lesson that Jon has taught you?
Oh, it's his generosity, his gratitude, his outlook on the world of look what's possible.
Yeah.
He suggested we go start this business. There was no doubt in his mind that we could do this.
Yeah.
Most of us overthink things. We worry. I'm not my buddy here.
Yeah. I love the love that you guys have for each other. Last question. What's one thing, Jon, that every company can do to put more happiness into their company?
I happiness I put together is creating and do for others.
Yeah.
A lot of that show gratitude. If you truly appreciate your customers, you're going to want to do for them.
Yeah.
If you truly appreciate your colleagues, you're going to want to do for them.
Yeah.
Right? I know one of the questions you often ask is, how do you think like a CEO?
Yeah.
You got two parts. One, you got to lead. You got to set the course and inspire people to want to reach for those stars.
Yeah.
You are the servant. You
Yeah.
have to serve everybody in the place and put them in a position to succeed.
Yeah. Amen. Amen. Guys, I have loved this talk. I love the love that you two have for each other. I'm grateful to have you both on the podcast, and I love your company. I love what you're doing. I love the love of family, open to ideas. My parents always raised me that you can learn from somebody older and younger than you. I, like you, Mark, learn from my children every single day. I have a business where my son is a business partner. It is great. So I appreciate you sharing the love of family. But I just want to kind of highlight just Think Community. You guys said so many beautiful things, but that you're on a mission to spread happiness. Years ago, I remember, as you're talking about this, I can remember an interview I saw with Goldie Hawn, and she talked about that when she was in school. Somebody asked and they said to her, "What do you want to be?" I can remember, maybe she was in middle school or elementary school. I can't remember. They said, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And she said, "I said I wanted to be happy," and that they thought it wasn't a real answer. And I think, especially in where we are today, we all need a little bit more happiness. And your story is happy. The two of you are happy. Your business is happy. And I'm happy that I got to connect, and very grateful that I got to connect and meet with you both. Tell everybody where they can follow you, buy the socks, get a hold of you, et cetera, et cetera.
I would go at johnscrazysocks.com.
johnscrazysocks.com. You can follow us on all of the social media channels. 240,000 followers.
Oh, I have a website in my back.
It's okay, buddy. We hear all the time. I see Jon's Instagram, and it just makes me happy.
Makes me happy.
And if you want to reach out to us, you can get us through LinkedIn. You're on LinkedIn. The company's on LinkedIn. I'm the only Mark X Cronin on LinkedIn.
You don't want to besmirch.
No, we don't besmirch the other Mark Cronins.
Well, guys, thanks for making my day. Thanks for the happiness you put in the world, and I appreciate you both. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Jon.
Fine.
Hold on. Yeah. Hold on. This wouldn't go live. Hold on.